Welcome to upstate New York, Syracuse University, and under the dome today we have a terrific clash in store. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Syracuse Orange. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Canes will kick it away to start. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Syracuse's offense will get the first possession of the game. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw him the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double covered, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
Off the play fake. Fires to the right. Got his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. This time on target. Syracuse right back at it.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Here comes the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Miami's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that they're in the right spots, run, pass, getting everybody organized, and they do it at a high level.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes...
Oh, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Orange.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field. And oftentimes, he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Restrepo. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
The Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Looking downfield, it's McCord. It's complete. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Syracuse right back at it. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what...
And that pass picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down for 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on 1st down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Pocket starts to collapse. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. All wideouts, no mats. Back to pass, it's Ward. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Snags it over the middle. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Syracuse right back at it. Looking to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Orange will have to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll run it. Hits that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
They'll turn to Martinez. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the right side.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Just ran him over. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And he can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they self-block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And the Canes will keep this drive going.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense, because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it there.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They'll try to get outside. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Miami!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Line gets set, 1st down. Back to throw, it's McCord. Unloads to the right. It's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Gadsden. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Firing to the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Still on his feet at the 45. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Dropping back, it's Ward. It's complete to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. They'll immediately call timeout. One more snap coming before halftime. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, a typical first-rate broadcast so far today from Syracuse. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Dome in lovely Central New York.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Restrepo. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking left. And it's incomplete on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Gonna run it. It's Allen. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. A lot of urgency for this offense. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. From the gun, running back on the move. Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the ground. Pickup of one. It's down at the 11.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Touchdown, Syracuse. And that one will give them the lead.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the red zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Going to the running game. Just steamrolling the defense. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Quickly to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Get it out on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. They'll give it to Johnson. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of one to the 24. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, on offense, you have got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing into second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
Headed to the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quick pass on the jet motion. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. And the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting the touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Syracuse right back at it. To throw, it's McCord. Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He finds his man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Looking for room, it's Allen. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Touchdown, Orange! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give to the back. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. They'll try the left side. Just buried it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on that play.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they
lays out, gives up his body, and makes the grab on the right side.
Man, it must be so nice for this quarterback to know he doesn't got to be perfect with his throws. He's got dudes that can lay out and make catches like that.
It's almost as if he went into slow motion, just gliding through the air to make that catch. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the air, it's Ward. Got it set up on the outside. Touchdown, Miami! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's going to pass. Unloads it left. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got his man down the middle.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Syracuse will send out the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Looking for a block. It's Restrepo. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now the offense will try to run out the clock with the lead. The give to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. He now has 74 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You could see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Toss to the outside. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Handoff to the single back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
They give it to him again. No, he just flat ran over it. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Canes. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He thought about bringing that out for a half-second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced.
Off he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got a man. It's Gadsden. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Got a wide open receiver. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a 1st down. Syracuse doing business in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's McCord. Into the end zone. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Looking for more room. Inside the 50. The 30. At the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. Syracuse will be forced to punt. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. After this, it'll be a wrap. He'll come out throwing on first down. Going for the big play. And it's caught inside the 30. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. When you get this deep in the season and that 0 is still in the lost column, that target on your back just gets bigger and bigger.
And some people handle it better than others. We've seen some teams melt late in the season, and we've seen other teams thrive on it and embrace it. So this team so far has embraced it, and everything they've shown me, Jesse, throughout the regular season says that they're going to continue to embrace it and continue to play well.
Yeah, that's a great point, guys. They've got the target on their backs right now. They're not sneaking up on anybody the way they might have done earlier in the year when we didn't quite know who they were or what they're about. Everybody right now in the entire country, all of college football, knows that this team's for real. They've got to put it together now to close this season out strong.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.